All right, let's jump right into this explainer and unpack the absolute chaos of Sweden's incredible 5-1 victory over Tunisia. We're going to break down the direct broadcast commentary step by step to see exactly how this blowout unfolded. If you've been wondering how this match escalated so fast, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to look at the momentum shifts, the tactical plays, and the sheer energy of a team that clearly came to make a massive statement. Now, the crucial piece of context we need to talk about before we even look at a single goal is this: 8. Yep, 8 long years. Context is everything here, and Sweden had been away from the World Cup stage for almost a full decade. That's 8 years of waiting, preparing, and anticipating. This long absence set unbelievably high stakes for their return. It wasn't just another opening match for them. It was a highly anticipated comeback. And the psychological pressure must have been immense.
So, moving into Section 1, campaigns full of optimism.
This really captures the wild unpredictability of tournament football. You know, at kickoff, the broadcast mentioned both teams were starting their campaigns full of optimism. Every team starts with a clean slate and massive hopes, right? But man, that shared hope violently collided with the crushing reality of a 5-1 final scoreline. It is a stark, almost brutal contrast between the psychological boost at the starting whistle and the absolute tactical reality Tunisia was facing by the end of the match. All right, on to Section 2, opening the floodgates. If we trace the momentum here, you can see how Sweden just systematically dismantled their opponents. It didn't happen all at once, it was more like a cascading wave. After an initial huge block, the attack kept coming, and the floodgates officially opened in the opening minutes with Ayari's rocket of a strike. Then, almost immediately, the chance opened up again, and Alexander finds the back of the net to double the lead. By mid-match, Hudson finds some space and sends this gorgeous delivery to the far post. And to cap off this initial wave, Isak gets the ball at his feet, rolls it to one side, and suddenly, boom, it's 3 for Sweden. It's just a relentless display of offensive pressure. And just listen to the specific language used by the broadcast for that first breakthrough. Yes, Ayari with an absolute rocket. The sheer power of that initial strike wasn't just a goal. It was basically a physical statement. That exact moment injected so much incredible energy into the Swedish squad and definitively set the aggressive tone for their early lead. It put the entire stadium on notice. Which brings us to Section 3, the instant impact substitute. I love this part. This is one of those brilliant little micro-narratives that makes tournament football so captivating. The commentator says, well, he's not been on the pitch a second. A substitute comes on and literally instantly produces a lovely backheel goal. You can hear the pure disbelief in the commentary booth. It perfectly highlights how immediately Sweden's players found their attacking rhythm. It didn't matter who was stepping onto the pitch, the entire roster was completely dialed into this offensive engine. Next up, Section 4, the VAR drama. Because of course, there's always drama, right? We can map out this suspenseful moment in 3 pretty chaotic steps based on the broadcast. Step 1, checking the play. The celebration is suddenly paused. Step 2, listening. The commentary literally noted they couldn't even hear the referee over the deafening roar of the crowd and the stadium atmosphere. Just agonizing suspense. And finally, step 3, the ultimate validation. The final decision comes down as a goal. The tension breaks, and Sweden's momentum is completely locked in. And finally, Section 5, like they never left. Because the pressure really just never stopped. Even after a massive save from the Tunisian goalkeeper, the chance opened right back up. An exceptional strike shattered whatever was left of the defense to add a 5th goal. They were looking to add a 5th, and they executed it flawlessly. It proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that their attacking engine was simply unstoppable on this day. You know, sometimes the simplest commentary is just the most accurate. What a performance from Sweden. That ecstatic quote perfectly distills the raw emotion of the broadcast and the sheer magnitude of this victory. It wasn't just a win, it was a complete masterclass in skill, speed, and finishing power. Bringing this all full circle now, we started with that daunting context of them being away from the World Cup for 8 long years. Yet, the broadcast's final verdict was that it looked, quote, like they've never left. It's such a cool contrast. Almost a decade of waiting, totally erased by a single 90-minute masterclass. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Based on this phenomenal performance, what does Sweden's explosive 5-1 return signal for the rest of the 2026 tournament?
If they can execute with this much firepower and precision after 8 years away, what exactly does this mean for everyone else standing in their way? Thanks for walking through this explainer with me, and definitely keep your eyes on the brackets because things are just getting started.